Huawei has come a very long way, and the Mate 20 Pro is a testimony to Huawei's effort in trying to create a device that is not only aesthetically pleasing, but something that's also functional. The Mate 20 Pro has a great camera, a big battery that will last longer than a day depending on your usage, with a powerful and intelligent processor power as well that keeps it running smooth from day one till whenever you decide to keep it for. So what's it like in the real world, and is it as perfect as it seems on paper? Let's have a look. For design, the Mate 20 Pro is unique. It stands out that if you see someone using it on the train, for example, you'd know what make and model it is straight away just from the back. It has a different camera arrangement on the back, first of its kind, with all the 3 lenses and its flash inside a rounded corner square at the top. All the buttons are placed on the right side, and on top you get an IR blaster, and at the bottom you get USB-C ports and microphones. On the front is a large display, which I'll get more into later. But if I was to fault the design, it's slippery, so you need to get a case on it. There's one that came in my box with the packaging. However, it's durable and probably the first Huawei device that I haven't cracked since I've had it. The lack of a 3.5mm headphone port is disappointing, as I often find myself deciding whether I want to charge my phone or just plug in my headphone adapter. Obviously, charging my phone comes as a priority when my battery is running low, which means no music for me, unless I have a Bluetooth headphones with me. The Mate 20 Pro is also long but not wide in terms of when you're holding it in hand. It's perfect for the hand, but still awkward to reach the top of the device when using it. It's also got a bit of weight on it, so if you're planning on using it one-handed for a long period of time, it gets uncomfortable. On the front, we have that ugly notch, but you quickly get over it as you use it every day. You can also hide it as well in the settings. You'll notice there's no physical fingerprint sensor because Huawei's included an in-screen fingerprint sensor, which I find unreliable. It doesn't always work, but thanks to its face scanning technology, it unlocks your phone faster than you think, faster than you can blink, rather. It's probably the best I've seen on any smartphone. The USB-C port on the bottom is also where the speaker is built in, so while I like the innovation there, it dampens the volume when using it as a loudspeaker. You have to unplug it fully to enjoy it, so if you plug in your headphone ports, USB-C cable, you have to unplug it. Turn the phone around, the Mate 20 Pro's display is one of the best out there. The display has a 19.5:9 ratio 2K plus resolution, so that's 3120 by 1440, which is about 537 pixels per inch, which is really good. More than the Pixel 3 XL and the Note 9. The display is super bright, vibrant, and color accuracy is no issue at all, and you can also tweak its temperature if you wish to do so. That's good for your eyes as well if you're going to be using it at night time, for example. Moving on to the Mate 20 Pro's performance, it uses the latest 7nm Kirin 980 processor, Huawei's own proprietary chip alongside 6GB of RAM, a Mali G76 GPU for all things graphics. And what does that translate into? A powerful lag-free device. The Mate 20 Pro is quite smart to keep things optimized as well, whether it's by warning you about apps that are consuming too much power or making sure that apps that you're currently using is running as optimal as they can at their best. The Mate 20 Pro is not all singing and dancing though when it comes to performance. Sure, we'll be up there with Geekbench scores and other benchmarking applications out there. However, what lets it down is software, both on Huawei's side and Google. For example, apps like Instagram, which should load easily and never crash. I find them crashing sporadically, and when loading my Gmail, I notice every time I search it, it shows me results. Then as soon as I go back into it, or after I've deleted some of the emails and I go back into my application, to the Gmail app, it freezes and doesn't show me all my emails. Or when the notification drops down at the top, if I click delete on that email from the notification, it just hangs there for a while before it actually clears off, which I find annoying. One thing I do like about the UI though is how you can easily search for anything in settings. So instead of trying to find how to change the display temperature, for example, you can just search for it from the top and you're good to go. I also like the reverse wireless charging feature, although I rarely use it. It's still quite nifty for the time where I need to top up my friends when they need to get an Uber home and they're running low on battery. Speaking of battery, the Mate 20 Pro has a huge 4,200 mAh battery and is hard to beat it when it comes to battery power. When the iPhone is powering down, the Mate 20 Pro is just getting started, for example. And I've even dedicated a day in the past where I've tried everything to actually try and run the battery as low as I can and try and kill it, but there's no luck with it. In fact, actually at the moment, I think another device that can beat the Mate 20 Pro in terms of battery would be the Mate 20X, which is the bigger brother to this. On the camera quality, the Mate 20 Pro has a combination of a standard, a zoom, and a wide-angle lens. If anyone was to ask me about what I feel is best array of cameras to have, it would be those three things. But for the Mate 20 Pro, it's not all great. The standard lens is 40 megapixel wide angle f1.8 lens, 8 megapixel f2.4 for the 3x telephoto lens with optical image stabilization, and the ultra wide is 16 megapixel with f2.2 lens. The wide angle lens captures a lot of details and pictures look great, especially with Master AI switched on. However, I often find that stepping it down to 10 megapixel, the pictures looks even better for some strange reasons. I don't know why. Maybe it's just my device. I love using the ultra wide angle mode, but I start to notice the lack of saturation and vibrancy, but still very much usable when in good lighting condition. When the lighting is good, the Mate 20 Pro is one of my favorite things to use, one of my favorite smartphone to use for taking pictures. I can even use the Pro mode, and I can save it as a raw format, so I can use it for post-processing that I need to do on Lightroom. In low light, switch to night mode. You can capture more light, and providing your hands aren't too shaky and your subject isn't moving too much, you can achieve some great results there. Overall, I really can't fault the Mate 20 Pro. Its only competitors are the Note 9 and the Pixel 3 XL. The Pixel has a better HDR and night mode, in my opinion. Unfortunately, due to Huawei software, the camera is also inconsistent in comparison to the Pixel. For the iOS users, obviously you've only got the iPhone to choose from, so sorry there, I can't really put that into comparison here. All in all, the Mate 20 Pro is a powerhouse. It has the latest processor with NPU to help you capture great shots. It uses AI in smart ways to keep your phone feeling like new every day, and it has a best-in-class battery power. Should you buy it? Yes, if you like taking great photos, want a phone that lasts all day long with no sweat, great for gaming, great 2K display for watching movies as well, and more. You can even wirelessly stream your screen to a bigger display for gaming and work if you want to do that. All for a decent price, which will be in the description area. In the meantime, guys, to let me know what you think, drop a comment below. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell button as well, so you'll be one of the first people to know when there's a video on the channel. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.